First participated at the launch yesterday at the Karen Country Club in Nairobi. Now, I want us to change. We talk about athletics. In a few days, it will be the 2025 edition of the ABSA Kip Keino Classic, taking place at Ulinzi Complex here in Nairobi. That is the conversation I want us to have this afternoon. And in studio, I'm joined by Wihaki Oshira, who's the Director, Marketing and Corporate Affairs at ABSA Bank. Good afternoon, Wihaki. How are you?
Good afternoon. I'm well, thank you. How are you?
I'm very fine. Are you excited? I mean, a few days away.
Very excited. We're on a countdown now. Same time, next Saturday, we'll be at Ulinzi.
Ulinzi will be packed.
Yes.
Is that what you're looking forward to?
Yes, packed to the rafters, calling on all Kenyans, come in your numbers. We have such an action-packed Saturday for you. Great names, great stars. Come and watch everyone.
Yes. So how does Kip Keino, Classic, the ABSA Kip Keino Classic impact ABSA?
ABSA Kip Keino Classic is a big one for ABSA. You know, this is a meet that is just one level under the Diamond League. So you've got stars coming in from all across the world. This year, I think we have a field of over 89 coming in from all over the world. Not to mention the Kenyans themselves who'll be here. So brands build sports and sports build brands, right? So this is a classic example of where sports is building a brand, but we are also as ABSA helping to build the athletics brand. It impacts ABSA in a big way because you have this stadium full of people, full of stars. The world is trained on this stadium, looking at these stars, and ABSA has made that possible. Through our sponsorship, through the money we give Athletics Kenya for the rights fees, it enables Athletics Kenya to then bring this to Kenyans and to invite Kenyans from all around the world to come and see this. So really, it's really a platform like no other. It's one of our biggest brand assets, and we're extremely proud to be sponsoring the Kip Keino Classic.
You give Kip Keino Classic 60 million shillings. I mean, that is a lot of money.
Yeah, so we've given Athletics Kenya 60 million shillings this financial year, 2025. Last year's investment was 40 million shillings. So it just shows our commitment to the sport, right? We believe athletics is the backbone of Kenya. Athletics is that sport that gives so much pride to Kenyans. And I keep saying every time you hear that national anthem ring, that flag go up high, it's such a moment of pride and such a moment of belonging for every single Kenyan. So to have ABSA associated with that is really also a great moment of pride for us. Not to mention the man after whom this is named, 1968 Olympics. No one can forget that. So to have the name ABSA with Kip Keino, it's a legendary moment. It's a moment of pride for all Kenyans, and that's why we give that amount of money to Athletics Kenya, because we believe in athletics, we believe in our athletes, and we believe this is our sport, this is our game, this is when we rule the world, and we are proud of it.
Yeah, definitely. Of course, athletics is the biggest, sport that we have when you talk about sports. Now, for 5 years, you've had a relationship, with Athletics Kenya and Kip Keino, and you keep coming back. You keep coming back, supporting Kip Keino. Why? And how is this? How is the relationship between ABSA and Athletics Kenya in regards to Kip Keino?
ABSA and Athletics Kenya have a wonderful relationship, and I think it extends beyond Kip Keino Classic. So for example, this year we also sponsored the Sirikwa Classic that was held in February in Eldoret. Throughout the year we hold engagements for the youth with Athletics Kenya. So it's not just about the Kip Keino Classic. Of course, it's the biggest out of all the engagements we have with Athletics Kenya, but our partnership with Athletics Kenya is a long-term one. It's our 6th year this year for the Kip Keino Classic. We are committed to this partnership. If you attended the media launch this week on Wednesday, you'll have had the Sports Fund CEO Noom say, out of all the sports agencies that they deal with, Athletics Kenya does not give them sleepless nights. They are accountable, their books are in order, they deliver their reports, everything is, and those are the partners that we like to work with, because then we know the money that we are putting in is going actually to the use that it's intended to, and it's benefiting our athletes.
When you look here, we have all these stars that will be participating at the ABSA Kip Keino Classic. How does it make you feel knowing that you're part of something that the whole world is watching?
It's it's a moment of such deep fulfillment, right? As a brand owner, and this is because when we look at the stars, we have stars of today, and we look back. Someone like Ferdinand Omanyala, I think that run at the Kip Keino Classic, no one forgets it, right?
Definitely.
So everyone knows that, Ferdinand Omanyala burst into his prime, into his limelight during the ABSA Kip Keino Classic. So that's something we hold very dear to our hearts, right? When we look at someone like Eliud Kipchoge, we have partnered with him in his community development work to do food donations in the community. So it's not just about the athlete himself. When you look at Mary Moraa, Wiseman Were, again Ferdinand Omanyala, in the 2023-24 season, we had brand partnerships with them, brand sponsorships with them. So through that, they have also been able, to elevate their own brands. This year, before the Sirikwa Classic, we also did financial literacy classes in Kaptagat. That's one of the places where also upcoming athletes are coming from.
Definitely,
and for us, it's very important to do that financial literacy bit so that they start off on a good note. These guys run into big monies very quickly, and so we want to be able to have spoken to them, to have guided them. When this money starts checking in, how do you invest it? Because again, it comes quickly, but they're active for a limited period of time, because sportsmanship, it ends at some point, and then you have another 30 years to go. So how do you invest it? How do you make sure it lasts for a lifetime? So those are some of the ways in which we are changing the lives of the athletes.
When you talk about giving them financial literacy classes, how is the reception like? People are different, and people react differently to different situations. How is the reception like when you go to meet these athletes and you're giving them financial literacy classes?
So it's a mixed basket. The young ones are very appreciative because you're starting them off even before they've gotten famous and made it. And so they're appreciative, and they're saying, at least now we are getting into this thing and we know what we need to do. Some of the more established ones are saying, I wish I had met you guys before I whatever. Now when I look back, there's some millions here and there that if I had been guided properly, I would have put into some better use. So that's what we are really trying to remedy, that to get them as early as possible to put in their money in the best place so that it earns them good returns, and so that then when they are not running anymore and they're not actively earning this living, they have investments that are working for them.
Awesome. Now, previously we've seen you, sponsor individual athletes for Kip Keino. Are you going to do that?
So we won't this year we don't have any specific brand partnerships with the athletes as we get into Kip Keino. But once Kip Keino is done and then we have reviewed, we will then see. You never know. Another athlete might just turn us and emerge out of the woodworks, and that might form a partnership with ABSA. So right now, as we get into it, we haven't done any commitments with any individual athletes, but the door is open. Let's get in there on 31st, see what happens, and we pick it up from there.
Yes. So what should we expect on the 31st? What's in store for the fans? And definitely, because the fans want something that they can, when they go back at home, they have something to remember. I mean, you want to leave there with a memory that will make you want to go to the next one.
So first of all, come ready to have an afternoon of your lifetime. Adrenaline-packed, excitement, lots of international names and local names that you only see on the TV. You'll be seeing them live there at Ulinzi Sports Complex. Let me just give you an indication. Ferdinand Omanyala will be going head-to-head with Jerome Blake, with Kennedy Lackland from Australia. That's something you'll be seeing live there. Our own Sarah Moraa will be taking on Shafika in the 800 meters. In the hammer throw, we'll have Cameron Rogers taking on Anita. In the men's javelin, Julius Lego is going up against Anderson Peters. So there's a lot of action. So just come set for a great afternoon of athletic action, entertainment, fun. Come ready with your phones, take your selfies, post on your social media platforms, tag ABSA and Athletics Kenya, and let's all have a blast. This is the time. Stories will be told about the ABSA Kip Keino Classic 6th edition. Don't lose out. Be there yourself on May 31st, Ulinzi Sports Complex. Karibuni sana.
You've spoken so much, or rather we've spoken so much about athletics, but you are not only into athletics, you're also into other sports.
Yes. So we have two other big investments. We We sponsor the English Premier League through our group, right? And so for that, we really, what we do is a lot of watch parties for our customers, for our potential customers.
You have
so
a
we
watch
have
party for the final day.
Yes, see me candle for that one. So that's what we do.
Yes.
And then we are big on golf as well. We are one of the key sponsors for the Magical Kenya Open. That was also held in February. So, and over and above that, we also hold a lot of golf tournaments across the country. So those are our three key sports that we are in. But ABSA is a lover of sports, and we're continuously looking out for what else is there, what other opportunities are there, because we believe it's Kenyans also love sports. So it's a good way to connect with Kenyans, and it's also a good way to spur the economy for Kenya through sports investment.
So finally, your message to athletics lovers and Kenyans in general on ABSA Kip Keino Classic that will be happening on the 31st at Ulinzi Complex.
Come witness the action. If you miss out, no one else can tell you. No one else can tell you what that moment felt like when those stars were running, racing, doing the hammer throw, javelin, whatever it is, right there at Ulinzi Sports Complex. It's the moment of a lifetime. I can tell you the sheer excitement that's usually there just from being there. It's a moment like no other. So don't miss out. Please come. It's one day. It's just one day. So just make sure you come, and let's especially cheer on our Kenyans. We've got good names in there. Ferdinand is there. Wiseman Were is there. Sarah Mora is there. Julius Yego is there. So many more. Come in. Let's cheer on our guys. Let's make it a moment of true Kenyan pride.
Next week at a time like this, of course, the Ulinzi Complex, the temperatures, the mood, it will be different.
Yes.
Thank you very much. That is Mihaki Washira, who's the Director Marketing and Corporate Affairs at ABSA Bank, for coming to talk to us on the expectations on this year's edition of the ABSA Kip Keino Classic. That will be happening on the 31st of May at Ulinzi Complex. Now, we take a short break. When we come back, we'll be taking a look at what happened yesterday in Serie A. Napoli were crowned the champions, and also we'll get to hear what Scott McTominay has to say about life in Italy. That will be after the break.